You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
Maybe that's an urgent message from your CEO, or maybe it's a deepfake trying to target your business. Doppel is the AI-native social engineering defense platform fighting back against impersonation and manipulation. As attackers use AI to make their tactics more sophisticated, Doppel uses it to fight back, from automatically dismantling cross-channel attacks to building team resilience and more. Doppel, outpacing what's next in social engineering. Learn more at doppel.com. That's DOPPEL.com.
Hi, everyone. If I sound a little different today, that is because I am recording while on the road. Just a month after I was in Orlando for Commercial Space Week, I'm back in Orlando, this time for a completely different conference. I am at Zero Trust World held by ThreatLocker. But yeah, since I'm back in Orlando, I thought it'd be a nice time to revisit a great conversation that I had last time I was here at Commercial Space Week. Today's guest is an investor in the space technology sector, and she's returning to T-Minus after our last chat just a year prior. So here's my conversation with Kalia Padilla, founder at Imagine Engine, about what kind of technologies she's especially interested in, what kind of companies she's helping to grow, and how business has been growing for her in the last year.
All right, so we are rolling. Well, welcome back. We are at Commercial Space Week in Orlando, Florida. I am Maria Vermazes, host of T-Minus Space Daily, and I have a returning guest with me today. I saw you last year. Welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I was so glad to see you. I figure for our audience who are new, would you mind reintroducing yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Kalia Padilla. I'm the current CEO of Imagine Engine. We're a venture studio, and we also have an investment fund called the Cahidron Ventures, where we are looking to nurture and invest in space technologies, focused mostly on telecommunications, optical networks, and space infrastructure.
Wonderful. And that I wish you continued success. I remember last year when you were telling me about your firm, and there were a lot of incredible plans, and it sounds like 2025 was a very good year for you.
Yes, it was a very busy year last year, and we accomplished a lot thanks for the team that we had and everything that we did, including this interview last year.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about the companies that you invested in last year.
Yes, so last year we created and invested in two companies in the venture studio side. One is an optical transceiver focused on the modulation between radio frequency and optical.
Okay.
We have, actually this project was also funded by NASA.
Oh, okay.
NASA gave us a grant for the development of this transceiver.
Wonderful.
On the realm of energy and data transmission.
Yep.
And we also created a satellite project with Lehigh University students, and that also focus on the modulation between radio frequency and optical.
Wow.
And it's a modular platform, and it could be a scale in space, and it maneuvers itself, so it gives you the flexibility also for different mission cases.
It sounds like of those two companies that you just described, there's a really fascinating focus on technical excellence at a component level.
Yes.
That seems to be a specialized area of focus for you. Is that what you're also looking for in other companies that you want to bring into your portfolio?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So we are looking for what's the next big step in space.
Yeah.
Looking for innovation, definitely. So that's why we are looking into nature and invest in companies that are focused on the optical side, especially because we know that is the next frontier.
Yes.
We have seen the trend of other big companies like Starlink and Amazon that are starting to implement optical telecommunications. So this is something that we're really looking this year into investing and also nurturing.
Yeah, I was going to say, your thoughts on 2026. I'm very curious. We've just begun the year, but what are you thinking this year's going to look like?
Well, this year is very promising. Definitely the year to invest and the year to venture in space. SpaceX IPO just coming. Another big company is also preparing for IPO. So definitely we're like in the sweet spot on like the beginning of the haven for space. So I have a pretty good, I'm optimistic panorama for the space industry. We have seen mega techs happening in the space industry just latest week. So I am very optimistic because of all the panorama also around the world and especially in the United States. We want to lead and we need more startups and companies that venture on this industry.
Yeah, so what would your advice be to companies that either that you would be looking to invest in or be part of that ecosystem? What would you like to see?
Well, definitely innovate. I think technology is kind of like a piece of art. That's how I see it. It is mostly like not just sticking what is already built, but try new things. When we were working last year with the satellite, designing the satellite, we were thinking how to do a state-of-the-art technology that actually looks like art, like a piece of art.
Like that,
in terms of high quality materials, edge technology. And I think applying that artistic mindset when you are developing technologies could definitely change the path forward to your project and your company.
An artistic mindset. Can you tell me a bit more what you mean by that? I'm intrigued.
Yes. Artistic mindset, what I mean is that I see as a technology, when I create technology, I see it as the next piece of art, like what would like to express. And I see that in my opinion, I would like to express dignity. I would like to express how forward-thinking is my mindset. So I look to implement the newest technologies that is out there, not just staying in the past, but how to create new trends, something that people is attracted to it.
Okay.
So that's what I think that that mindset is. It's very special and very important when you create technologies, especially for space. That you need to innovate. Like there is a bunch of possibilities out there, and I think that we need to just take that in consideration.
I think that's a fascinating idea. I really like that. And I'm curious for the companies that you've brought into your portfolio. What do you offer portfolio companies? What kind of support do they get?
Yes, so we have as a venture studio, we create companies from scratch, and we also have an accelerator. So on the venture studio side, we give them access to office space, we give them access to laboratories, also to human capital, interns, also to already developed technology that we have developed for the last 10 years, that either are software tools or even hardware designs or patents. I also collaborate with the NASA Technology Transfer, so we introduce them to the NASA Technology Transfer programs, so they could get access to the state-of-the-art technologies. So that's one of most provided value that we bring to the startups, plus the capital that we invest. And the accelerator, we are mostly focused on the growth stage, also bring them partnership opportunities and clients and helping them expand to overseas. Right now on the accelerator side, we're working in Japan and we're working in other countries in Latin America, so we act as a bridge for the startups to expand to other markets.
We'll be right back.
When it comes to mobile application security, good enough is a risk. A recent survey shows that 72% of organizations reported at least one mobile application security incident last year, and 92% of responders reported threat levels have increased in the past 2 years. GuardSquare delivers the highest level of security for your mobile apps without compromising performance, time to market, or user experience. Discover how GuardSquare provides industry-leading security for your Android and iOS apps at www.guardsquare.com. These days, attackers rarely start with a bang. They start quietly. A leaked credential, a stolen session cookie, a lookalike domain that shouldn't exist. That's where Nordstellar comes in. Nordstellar is a threat exposure management platform that helps organizations see what attackers already know about them before it turns into an incident. It brings together data breach monitoring, dark web monitoring, attack surface management, and cyber squatting detection in a single platform. That means visibility into leaked credentials and malware logs, insight into brand impersonation attempts, and a clear picture of exposed internet-facing assets and shadow IT. For CISOs, it's a way to reduce response costs, prioritize real risk, and communicate clearly with the board. For security teams, it's real-time alerts, contextual intelligence, and faster investigations without the noise. Most companies only react after the damage is done. Don't wait until your data is already for sale. Protect your business today with Nordstellar. Learn more at nordstellar.com/cyberwire daily. Don't forget to mention CyberWire 10 for an exclusive offer.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because it seems a lot of space companies are trying to make sure that they have a global presence.
Yes.
About what markets you're especially interested in. I know the United States is always one, but outside of the United States, what you're interested in. Yeah,
Japan is really, really promising. They have a really optical backbone, let's say, like strange. So it's very good for space. They actually launched a 3 trillion yen fund called the Space Strategy Fund. So they are investing a lot in space startups. So that's a very good opportunity for a space startup. And also Latin America is also starting to catch up. I've seen other infrastructure projects happening in Latin America lately. And countries are interested in investing in this technology. So these two markets are the ones that are looking more promising at the moment.
That's fascinating to me. So when you look ahead at the development of the different parts of optical technology that are in the pipeline for space, I know you can get very detailed in the certain directions it can go. Are there any specific pathways that you're more interested in or not? Or are you trying to keep options open, or what do you think there?
Yes, definitely. New type of laser architectures are one. Right now, what we're working on is multiple wavelengths at the same time to increase bandwidth capacity. Other things are materials. So I see that optics, I've seen research about storing data in diamonds. Yeah. I've seen things like that. I think a new type of semiconductors or replacement from the electrical to the optical. So new type of materials are one of specific, very good niche to explore.
Interesting. Yeah, material science is something that always pops up a lot in space in these really interesting ways, which makes a lot of sense given we're talking about advanced science and such. But I'm always really fascinated to hear about the different applications there. Anyway.
Yes, especially research that I've seen a lot of quantum dots research, which is basically a very tiny crystal that is really promising in the optical industry. So I would like to see more of that.
And I want to also ask you, I can tell, and I remember last time we spoke, you definitely have a passion for this area within space. And I wanted to ask, is there a personal reason why? You seem super passionate about it.
Well, I fell in love with a quantum physicist. So
that might do it.
Yes, that's one. But it always get my attention, science, very early on my life, on science and space. And optics was also a very interesting area to explore.
Yeah.
Science, we have been studying optics from very, very early of our civilization. And we don't have current optical, high-level optical communications.
Yeah.
So it was always very catching to me what we could do through light and what it could become.
Yeah.
So, but first, of course, love and my curiosity for science.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. For me, I've always been fascinated by light because of I have an artistic background, so I always think of it in terms of art and that kind of thing. But I always love hearing people's reasons because it's always really interesting to me. So that's a fascinating thing because you can't. The work that you do is extraordinarily intense, and I feel like you can't. I know people are like, I do it because it's I want to make money, but that can never always be the only reason that keeps you going. There's got to be more behind that.
Yes, no, that's correct, and it's not my first reason. When I started entrepreneurship, I always think about maybe if I have a future reward, but I really wanted to make a difference as a woman in the world.
Yeah.
What I could bring to the community, what I could bring to this world, that it will make it better.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for me, that's my biggest motivation is just not leave this world with not making a difference. And for me, that was technology. That's how I basically fell in love with technology. I think technology for me is that tool that allows me to make a real change in the world. And I hope I could fulfill my mission and still working on it.
That's so wonderful. I love that. I just on a personal level, I really love hearing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really lovely. I want to make sure that if there's anything else you wanted to mention, wrap up thoughts, anything like that you want to share with the audience, by all means.
Yes, well, I would like to tell the people that start your venture now in space, because it's definitely the year to do it. A lot of opportunities are coming out in the industry, a lot of need.
Yeah.
So I've seen it in this conference and other conference, there is a lot of need. So the moment is now.
Yeah.
And that if you are young, start now, because it's the best time to start. I have 10 years of career and I only have 29. And I started when I was 19. And that basically helped me to arrive where I am right now.
Yep.
So it's the moment to start is now.
That's wonderful. I hope a lot more people follow your example.
Thank you.
That's so wonderful. Thank you for speaking with me. It's been wonderful catching up since last year.
Yes.
And I wish you all continued success.
Thank you so much.
And a quick note from us at T-. While we have transitioned away from doing a daily show, as you've probably noticed by now, we are still working hard behind the scenes here at the show on our upcoming transformation. And I will have more to share with you in the coming weeks about that. But as I have been saying, please, we do want to absolutely hear from you about what would be useful to you as we shift to a weekly show. So the place to send your feedback is space@n2k.com. And that's the letter N, the number 2, the letter K, space@n2k.com. We'd love to hear from you. And for those of you who have already sent in your feedback, our sincere thanks. That's T- Deep Space, brought to you by N2K Cyberwire. We'd love to know what you think of our podcast. Your feedback ensures we deliver the insights that keep you a step ahead in the rapidly changing space industry. If you like the show, please share a rating and review in your podcast app, or you can send an email to space@n2k.com. We're proud that N2K Cyberwire is part of the daily routine of the most influential leaders and operators in the public and private sector, from the Fortune 500 to many of the world's preeminent intelligence and law enforcement agencies. N2K helps space and cybersecurity professionals grow, learn, and stay informed. As the nexus for discovery and connection, we bring you the people, the technology, and the ideas shaping the future of secure innovation. Learn how at n2k.com. N2K's lead producer is Liz Stokes. We are mixed by Elliot Peltzman and Trey Hester, with original music by Elliot Peltzman. Our executive producer is Jennifer Iben. Peter Kilpie is our publisher. And I am your host, Maria Varmazis. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
If you only attend one cybersecurity conference this year, make it RSAC 2026. It's happening March 23rd through the 26th in San Francisco, bringing together the global security community for 4 days of expert insights, hands-on learning, and real innovation. I'll say this plainly, I never miss this conference. The ideas and conversations stay with me all year. Join thousands of practitioners and leaders tackling today's toughest challenges and shaping what comes next. Register today at rsaconference.com/cyberwire26. I'll see you in San Francisco. Ever wished you could rebuild your network from scratch to make it more secure, scalable, and simple? Meet Meter, the company reimagining enterprise networking from the ground up. Meter builds full-stack zero-trust networks, including hardware, firmware, and software, all designed to work seamlessly together. The result? Fast, reliable, and secure connectivity without the constant patching, vendor juggling, or hidden costs. From wired and wireless to routing, switching, firewalls, DNS security, and VPN, every layer is integrated and continuously protected in one unified platform. And since it's delivered as one predictable monthly service, you skip the heavy capital costs and endless upgrade cycles. Meter even buys back your old infrastructure to make switching effortless. Transform complexity into simplicity and give your team time to focus on what really matters, helping your business and customers thrive. Learn more and book your demo at meter.com/cyberwire. That's METER.com/cyberwire.